a breath, get ready to explore. Chuckie's deep dive kicks down the door, where the truth collides and wisdom thrives. No surface living, we're going live. In the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chuckie's deep dive.
Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive with us. Today we're going to be tackling something that I think we all struggle with sometimes. Just personal growth and actually how to achieve our goals, especially in a world that seems like it's constantly vying for our attention.
That is a really good point. It's like everywhere you turn, there's another distraction trying to pull you away from what you're trying to focus on.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really excited about the material we're going to be unpacking today. It's from a platform called Chuckie's Corner, which is run by this really interesting guy named Doug Spencer, but everybody calls him Chuckie. Yeah,
and what's so fascinating about Chuckie's approach is that it's not like your typical self-help stuff. It's not like, the same old advice repackaged. Mm-hmm. He actually combines really practical advice with some, really grounded spiritual wisdom and even throws in some savvy online business strategies. It's a really unique blend.
Yeah, for sure. So who is this guy? I mean, he's retired, lives in Alabama, loves his chess. Mini Cooper plays chess. He's pretty relatable stuff, but it's also deeply passionate about his faith and helping people build success online.
Right, and the other interesting thing about Chuckie is that he believes success isn't about some flashy end goal or, some big achievement. It's really about the journey itself.
Okay, I like that. That's a nice, refreshing perspective, I think, especially these days when we're, constantly being bombarded with get-rich-quick schemes and overnight success stories. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, totally. And Chuckie really emphasizes that, you got to take small, consistent steps. Yeah. You have to focus on the process rather than getting caught up in the outcome. It's just a much more sustainable and fulfilling way to approach growth.
I agree. And his blog posts really reflect it. I was looking through some of them. He has one called Embrace Change, another titled Vision, narrows your focus, simplifies life. And one that really stood out to me is Never Give Up Your Future.
It's like even just reading those titles, it kind of gets you fired up and makes you want to start planning and taking action.
For sure. It definitely does. So speaking of taking action, one of Chuckie's most intriguing concepts that he talks about in one of his podcasts is the strangest secret. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah, the strangest secret. It's this idea that our dominant thoughts can actually influence our reality,
Well, hold on. So you're saying that if I just think positive thoughts all the time, good things will start happening?
Well, it's not quite as simple as that, but the basic idea is that our thoughts shape our actions, and our actions ultimately determine our results. So by consciously directing our thoughts towards what we want to achieve, we're more likely to actually make choices and take steps that align with that vision.
Okay, so it's not like magic, but it's more about aligning our thoughts with our actions to actually achieve what we want.
Exactly. And Chuckie takes this idea even a step further, and he emphasizes the power of choice. He has a whole podcast episode about how our choices, both big and small, ultimately shape our goals and our path to fulfillment.
So it's not just about thinking positive, it's about making choices that actually support those positive thoughts.
Precisely. And this is where things get really interesting, because Chuckie then connects these personal growth principles to actual practical business strategies. He talks about things like affiliate marketing and Shopify dropshipping as ways to build consistent income online.
Wait a minute, hold on. How do online businesses, how does it even tie into personal growth?
Well, think about the skills and mindset you need to succeed in the online world, You need discipline, focus, resilience, the ability to adapt and overcome challenges. All of those are qualities that are essential for achieving any goal, whether it's related to business, personal development, or any other area of life.
So he's saying that the process of actually building a business can help you develop those same skills that you need for personal growth.
Exactly. It's like he's created this feedback loop where the skills you develop in one area can strengthen and enhance your abilities in another area.
That's pretty cool. So we're talking about, thoughts, actions, making choices.
Yeah.
And this leads us to another fascinating element of Chuckie's work, which is the power of the subconscious mind. And he actually has a whole podcast episode dedicated to this topic where he talks about how our subconscious beliefs can really influence our actions and outcomes.
Yeah, and the subconscious mind can be kind of mysterious. It's like this hidden force operating beneath our conscious awareness, shaping our thoughts and emotions and even our behaviors. And a lot of times we're not even aware of the beliefs and programs that are running in the background influencing our choices and our actions.
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit scary, actually.
Right.
Like, if we're not even aware of what's driving us, how can we actually like make conscious choices?
Well, that's the challenge, right? But Chuckie offers some really practical strategies for actually becoming more aware of those subconscious patterns and beliefs so we can start to shift them in a more positive direction.
Okay, so like what kind of strategies are we talking about?
Well, he talks about things like journaling, meditation, and even working with a therapist to try to uncover and address any limiting beliefs that you might have.
So it's really about bringing those subconscious patterns to the surface and then consciously choosing to change them.
Exactly. It's about taking ownership of your inner world and understanding how it shapes your outer reality.
I see. And Chuckie actually developed a tool to help with this, right? It's called Chuckie's AI.
Yes, that's right. It's basically a personalized digital guide powered by ChatGPT.
Wow, that's interesting. So what exactly does it do?
You can actually ask it for tailored advice on pretty much anything from productivity and wellness to stress management and personal growth.
It's like having a personal coach right in your pocket.
Exactly. It's this incredibly accessible resource that can provide support guidance and even a fresh perspective whenever you need it. It can help you stay on track with your goals, overcome distractions, and just find that extra motivation when you're feeling stuck.
It sounds like Chuckie's combined his wisdom with cutting-edge technology to create a really unique support system for people.
Yeah, and it really speaks to his genuine desire to help people.
Right.
He's not just sharing information, he's creating tools and resources that empower people to take action and create positive change in their lives.
I love that. And, you know, another thing that Chuckie emphasizes a lot is the importance of legacy. Like, he's a big believer in leaving behind something meaningful, not just financially, but in terms of values and wisdom as well.
Absolutely. He sees his work as a way to contribute to something larger than himself, to create a ripple effect of positivity that extends beyond his own lifetime.
So he's saying that our lives can actually have a lasting impact even after we're gone.
Yeah, and that really brings us to the core of Chuckie's message. Success isn't just about personal achievement. It's about living a life of purpose, meaning, and contribution.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of what Chuckie's Corner has to offer.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot more to unpack here. But before we dive into even more specific strategies and insights, I'm curious what's resonating with you so far. What's standing out as particularly interesting or helpful? For me, it's Chuckie's focus on cutting through distractions. Like, that's something we all struggle with, you know, especially these days with all the notifications and information overload. It's like...
Yeah, it's like our brains are constantly being pulled in a million different directions. It's hard to focus.
Exactly. And Chuckie really gets that. He emphasizes simplifying, narrowing our focus, and really prioritizing what matters most.
Right, he actually has a whole blog post about it called Vision Narrows Your Focus, Simplifies Life.
Yeah, in that post, he talks about how a clear vision can act like a filter, helping us say no to distractions and yes to the actions that will actually move us towards our goals.
It's like having a compass to guide you through a dense forest. You know, you might encounter tempting side paths, but with a compass, you can always reorient yourself and stay on course.
Exactly. Without that clear vision, it's easy to get lost and sidetracked.
And Chuckie doesn't just talk about vision in this abstract way. He gives practical tips for how to develop it.
Oh yeah, like writing down your goals, visualizing the outcomes you desire, and actually making a plan to achieve them.
And it all comes back to those small steps and consistency that he talks about so much.
It's not about some overnight transformation. It's about making progress a little bit each day.
Right. It's like the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly. By breaking down those big goals into smaller, more manageable steps, it makes them feel less daunting and more achievable.
And each step builds momentum and keeps us going.
And this reminds me of what we were talking about earlier with the online business strategies.
Oh yeah, because those same principles apply there too, right?
Absolutely. Consistency, focus, resilience, those are all essential for building a successful business.
So Chuckie's approach isn't just about personal growth. It's about developing skills that can help us in all areas of life.
Right, and he does it in a way that feels very holistic. He combines his business knowledge with these deep personal growth philosophies.
And it's so refreshing to hear a message that's not about luck or some secret formula, but about hard work, dedication, and mindset.
Speaking of mindset, Chuckie's really big on helping people discover their own unique path.
Yeah, like finding what truly resonates with them, not just following what society expects.
Exactly. And that's where his discussions about choice and the subconscious mind become so important.
Because it's about looking inward, understanding your beliefs and making conscious choices that align with your vision.
It's a journey of self-discovery for sure. It can be challenging, but it's so rewarding.
And Chucky's there to guide us along the way with his encouragement and practical tools.
And his platform, Chuckie's Corner, is full of resources for anyone who's ready to embrace that growth.
You know, it's funny to think about Chucky's background as a retired guy from Alabama. You wouldn't necessarily expect someone like that to be at the forefront of online personal development.
I know, right? But that's what makes him so unique. He's grounded, practical, and authentic.
And he's so passionate about sharing what he's learned.
He truly wants to help others reach their full potential. And he does it in a way that's relatable and approachable.
He's a reminder that wisdom can come from unexpected places and that success is available to anyone who's willing to put in the effort.
Or speaking of the right path, Chuckie really emphasizes finding your own unique way to fulfillment, your own definition of success.
I think that's what makes his work so valuable. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
He provides a framework and encourages people to use those tools to create a life that's truly fulfilling for them.
It's like he's handing us a map and saying, go explore.
That's what personal growth is all about, pushing our boundaries and embracing new perspectives.
But let's be real, it can be overwhelming sometimes.
And that's where Chuckie's emphasis on cutting through distractions and staying focused becomes so important.
It's like he's reminding us to take a deep breath and remember what we're working towards.
And that we don't have to do it all at once. We can take it one step at a time.
You know, I'm curious about how Chuckie actually blends his personal growth philosophies with his business strategies. What are some specific examples?
I think a good example is how he talks about affiliate marketing, you know?
Oh yeah, how does he tie that in?
Well, he frames it as a way to build a business by recommending products and services that you actually believe in, you know, things that you've used and that you think could genuinely help other people.
So it's not just about slapping some ads on your website and hoping people click. It's more about actually sharing value with your audience.
Yeah, exactly. It's about helping people solve problems and find things that will improve their lives.
And Chuckie emphasizes that you don't need a huge following or, a super fancy website to get started. You can actually start small, build gradually, and grow your business organically.
Which again ties back to his philosophy of small steps and consistency, right?
It's like he's saying, don't try to become an overnight success. Focus on building something sustainable, something that you can be proud of.
And that's such a powerful message in a world where everyone's always trying to get rich quick.
Definitely. So we've talked about personal growth online business.
Yeah.
And I know there's another aspect of Chuckie's work that we haven't touched on much yet, and that's his emphasis on faith and spirituality.
Oh, yeah, that's a big part of who he is and how he approaches life.
What role does that seem to play in his overall philosophy?
Well, for Chuckie, faith isn't just about, going to church or following certain rituals. It's really about having a deep connection to something bigger than yourself.
It's about finding a source of strength and inspiration that can help you navigate the challenges of life.
Exactly. And it ties back to his belief in living a life of purpose and meaning.
And leaving a legacy that extends beyond just yourself.
Right. He wants to make a positive impact on the world and inspire future generations.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Chuckie's Corner, what are some of the key takeaways that we should remember?
Well, first and foremost, I think it's important to embrace the journey of personal growth. It's not about reaching some final destination. It's about continuously learning and evolving.
And it's about making conscious choices that align with your values and goals.
And taking consistent action, even when it's hard.
And remembering that you don't have to do it all alone.
There are resources and tools available to help you along the way, like Chuckie's Corner.
If you're feeling inspired and want to learn more from Chuckie, I highly recommend checking out his website, chuckiescorner.com.
It's a great resource full of practical advice and inspiration.
And best of all, it's completely free of ads and gimmicks.
He genuinely wants to help people.
So take that first step. Visit chuckiescorner.com and see what resonates with you. You might be surprised at what you discover.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Chuckie's Corner.
We hope you found it valuable and are feeling inspired to embark on your own journey of growth and transformation.
Take take a breath, get ready to explore. Chucky's deep dive kicks down the door, where the truth collides and wisdom thrives. No surface living, we're going live. In the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chucky's deep dive. Back to surface, we're getting real. No plastic vibes, just the truth you feel. From the grind to the glory, the lessons we chase. Every dive is a battle won by grace. Faith meets the hustle, the scars meet the crown. Each layer we shed takes us further down. This is Chucky's zone, where the real reside. No fear in the depths, just a fearless vibe. To the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chucky's deep dive. Mirror, reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. This ain't just talk, it's a call to rise. To find your purpose through searching eyes. The deeper the question, the stronger you'll be. In the depths of the dive you find clarity. Yo, this ain't a game, it's the life we live. Every word of truth, every beat we give. Chucky's corner's the launch, the dive's where it's real. Breaking chains, building dreams, we seal the deal. To the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chucky's deep dive. Peel back the circus, we're getting real. No plastic vibes, just the truth you feel. From the grind to the glory, the lessons we chase. Every dive is a battle won by grace. A mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. Each dive's a mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. Each dive's a mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. This ain't just talk, it's a call to rise. To find your purpose through searching eyes. The deeper the question, the stronger you'll be. In the depths of the dive you find clarity. Yo, this ain't a game, it's the life we live. Every word of truth, every beat we give. Chucky's corner's the launch, the dive's where it's real. Breaking chains, building dreams, we seal the deal. Dive deeper, feel the current shift. Every truth revealed is a timeless gift. Chucky's deep dive, where you'll thrive. Uncover your purpose, let the vision drive.